Sora, this katana belonged to your great-grandfather. Sleep with it under your pillow. Talk to him in your dreams. He'll find you.
Her hand went limp. The room fell silent. Sora clutched the wrapped blade, alone in the world.
Talk to him in your dreams. What did she mean? Great-grandfather. The third Hokage. Can a dead man answer?
That night, Sora placed the sword beneath his pillow and closed his eyes. As sleep claimed him, the blade pulsed with faint light.
Where am I? This isn't my room.
You are in the dream realm, boy. I am Toshiki, your great-grandfather. My soul bound itself to that sword 80 years ago.
Great-grandfather? The third Hokage? But you died. Grandma said you'd find me.
She spoke true. I can train you here, every night while you sleep. You will learn jutsus forgotten by the world.
Train me? Why would you do that?
Toshiki offered his descendant a path forward. Sora, broken and alone, had only one answer. He knelt and accepted. That first dream, Toshiki drove Sora through sword stances until his spirit ached. The dojo stretched time, cruel and patient.
8 hours here equal 1 hour in your world. You will master a month of training in a single night, but the pain crosses the threshold.
When Sora opened his eyes in his bedroom, his body felt like it had been beaten. Yet his hands moved with a new, sharper awareness. Only 60 minutes had passed.
Sora, wake up. You have slept through the entire lesson. This is the third time this week. If you fail the practical exam, you'll be held back.
The sensei slammed his hand on Sora's desk, then, without thinking, tossed a kunai straight at the drowsy boy. Before Sora's eyes fully opened, his wrists snapped up. The kunai stopped cold in his fingers.
You didn't even look. How did you catch that?
I didn't mean to. Toshiki's drilling is seeping out. If I can't control it, someone will find out what's under my pillow.
Sora stammered that it was just luck, but the sensei's eyes narrowed. The lie was thin. Suspicion had taken root. After class, Sora stumbled out, barely upright. Kaito fell into step beside him, worry plain on his face.
Sora, you are dead on your feet, and in class that catch. What's going on with you?
Nothing. Just not sleeping well. Grandma's funeral was only a week ago.
I know you are grieving, but this is different. You look like you're training all night in secret.
He's too sharp. If Kaito digs deeper, he'll find the sword. I can't let that happen.
That night, Sora clutched the katana and fell into exhausted sleep. The dream dojo shimmered into existence around him.
Your body adapts faster than I hoped, but strength is only the beginning. You will serve a greater purpose, Sora.
What purpose? You keep hiding things from me.
Patience. When you are ready, you will understand everything. For now, stand and fight.
When Sora woke, the dojo's chill still clung to him. Toshiki's training was not a gift. It felt like a leash slowly tightening. Sora remembered his grandmother's words about the third Hokage. He needed answers that Toshiki refused to give. The village archives were his only hope. Among decaying scrolls, he found the official record. Toshiki, third Hokage. Cause of death listed only as mysterious circumstances. No explanation, no honor. A faded portrait hung above the shelves. Toshiki in his Hokage robes, decades ago. The painted eyes seemed to watch Sora, waiting for a question.
Mysterious circumstances. That's a lie. He was murdered. And the ghost training me won't say why.
That night, Sora entered the dream dojo with a question like a drawn blade. He faced the ghost of his great-grandfather without bowing.
Toshiki, how did you really die? The village records call it mysterious. Stop lying. Tell me the truth.
You went digging. Yes, I was murdered. Poisoned by someone I trusted, but I cannot give you his name. Yet.
Why won't you tell me? If you want me to trust you, stop hiding things. I am not a puppet.
Because knowing now would destroy you. Train harder. When you are strong enough, you will face the truth and survive it.
Sora woke with a gasp, the sword pulsing under his pillow. He would uncover the truth, with or without Toshiki's permission. The leash was tightening, but so was his grip. That night, Toshiki's lesson darkened. He showed Sora a hand seal that choked the air with malice.
This jutsu feeds on hatred. Channel your anger at the world that took your parents. Shape it into a blade.
I don't want to use anger. This feels wrong.
Toshiki stood unmoved. When Sora performed the technique, black chakra bled from his fingers, and he retched. The next day, Sora heard a voice in his ear while walking to class. Toshiki's echo, criticizing a passing villager's weakness.
He's seeing through my eyes. The bond is becoming a cage for both of us.
In the dream that night, Sora refused to kneel. He faced the ghost with accusations.
You are making me into something I am not. This isn't training. It's corruption.
Corruption. No, boy, I am forging you into a weapon that can survive the truth. This is necessary. Accept it.
Sora woke, but the whisper stayed. He was no longer alone in his own head. The leash had become a chain. The Hokage, Ryu, visited the academy unannounced. His presence silenced the room, every student rigid with awe.
The third Hokage once said a village's strength lies in its youth. It's a shame his sword was never recovered.
He's fishing for the sword. Does he suspect me? I need to hide it deeper.
After class, Sora buried the wrapped katana deeper in the bushes, away from prying eyes. Driven by paranoia, Sora searched the archives for Ryu's lineage. What he found stole his breath. Ryu was great-nephew of Hayate, the third Hokage's bitter rival, the man who accused Toshiki of treachery.
The same bloodline. Ryu's family were Toshiki's enemies. Is that why the ghost won't name the killer?
The pieces clicked. Ryu was the heir of Toshiki's murderer, the Hokage himself.
Is he training me to kill the Hokage? That's the greater purpose.
That night, Sora entered the dream not to train, but to demand the truth. The chain had a name now. In the dream, Sora didn't bow. He hurled the name at the ghost like a blade.
Hayate. Tell me he was the rival. Tell me Ryu carries his blood. Is that why you are forging me into a weapon?
You dug too deep, boy. Knowledge without strength is a death sentence. You are not ready for the burden of that name.
Toshiki seized back control, drilling forbidden techniques until Sora collapsed. The truth had been dangled, then snatched away. The next day, Sora walked through the academy like a ghost. Kaito fell into step, his voice tense.
Sora, you can't keep shutting everyone out. Whatever's happening, let me help.
Just leave me alone. You don't understand anything.
Kaito stepped back, pain cracking his face. He turned and walked away, leaving Sora in the cold. That night, Toshiki didn't wait for a greeting. His voice filled the dojo before Sora's eyes even opened.
You need no one but me. Push away all distractions. We will have justice soon. Now, stand and fight.
As exhaustion took Sora, the dojo flickered. A foreign memory pushed through. He saw Toshiki, younger, lifting a cup, then gasping, face going gray, a cloaked figure in the corner, a smirk. Then nothing. Sora jolted awake in his room, the aftertaste of poison on his tongue.
That was the murder. Poisoned in his own office, by someone he trusted. Who was it?
That night, Sora entered the dream, with the image burning behind his eyes. He faced Toshiki.
I saw it. The cup, the poison, the smirk. You were murdered by someone you trusted. Who was he?
How dare you pry into that memory? He was a jealous rival, nothing more. Now drop this.
Toshiki caught himself, his form shaking. The word had escaped. A jealous rival. He retreated into cold silence, refusing the name. The truth hovered, just out of reach, but Sora had a new clue. Days later, Sora returned to his grandmother's empty home, seeking something, anything she might have left unsaid. Beneath a loose floorboard, he found a worn leather diary, its pages yellow and fragile. His grandmother's handwriting filled the pages, wavering but clear. He began to read. If Sora ever reads this, tell him the sword was meant to rest, not to fight. It should have been buried with Toshiki. Toshiki's soul was too angry to pass on. I fear what he might ask of the child. Forgive me.
She knew. She knew what he was, and she still gave me the sword. Why?
A later entry was smudged with tears. She had written, I could not destroy him. It would have killed me.
She was afraid of him. This isn't training. It's a trap.
Sora closed the diary, his hands trembling but his gaze steady. He finally saw Toshiki clearly. The sword under his pillow was no longer a legacy. It was a viper waiting to strike. He knew what he had to do next. That night, Sora entered the dream with the diary's words searing his mind. He would confront Toshiki without fear.
No more games, Toshiki. I know what you are. A vengeful ghost who wants to use me to kill.
Watch your tongue, boy. I made you. I gave you power.
You gave me poison. You want to destroy Ryu's bloodline for a murder, 80 years old.
80 years of rotting in a blade. Revenge is the only justice left for me.
Toshiki's form swelled, and between them, a vision shimmered. Ryu, the current Hokage, standing in his office.
That man is the heir of my murderer. His blood must end with him, and you, Sora, will be the blade.
No, I won't kill an innocent man for your hatred. I refuse.
The bond compels you. You cannot refuse. The more you resist, the more I will tighten my grip. You are my weapon, and you will obey.
Sora felt the chain around his soul squeeze. The dream dojo became a cage, but inside, a fire of defiance began to burn. The following night, Sora left the sword behind and scaled the Hokage tower. He slipped through the window into Ryu's office.
Lord Hokage, the third Hokage's soul lives in my sword. He wants you dead. I came to warn you.
So the old ghost finally found a voice. I knew the sword vanished, but a trapped soul that I did not expect.
You knew? And you said nothing? He showed me your great-uncle Hayate poisoning him.
Hayate was my great-uncle. Yes, he assassinated Toshiki, but he believed he was saving the village from a tyrant.
A tyrant? He trained me like a mentor, but he was consumed by hate. What did Hayate see?
Toshiki planned a war of conquest. Hayate poisoned him to stop a massacre. Both committed terrible sins.
So the ghost who trained me and the man who killed him both believed they were right. I've been a pawn in an old war.
I've carried this secret. The village must never know. But now you must choose. Will you break the cycle?
Sora had come to warn an enemy, but found only another prisoner of history. The room fell silent. He had no answer yet. Sora returned to his room and retrieved the katana from its hiding place. He needed to confront Toshiki with the truth. He lay down, the sword still pulsing with trapped anger, and let sleep claim him.
Ryu told me everything. Hayate killed you because you planned a war. You weren't an innocent martyr.
Lies. I wanted peace. I tried to stop the warmongers, and they silenced me with poison. For 80 years I've rotted in this blade. My own family feared me. What else did I have but justice?
He's not a monster, just a shattered old man who lost everything.
No more words. If you won't be the blade, then I will wield your body myself.
Toshiki's ghost surged forward, merging into Sora's form. The boy's limbs began to move against his will.
Get out. This is my body.
Sora fought, but the chain tightened. Toshiki's will was iron, and his spirit buckled under the weight. In the dream, Sora's spirit screamed. He tore at the bond, clawing his consciousness back. Toshiki howled, but the boy's will shoved the ghost back into the sword. He woke on his floor, gasping. The katana lay beside him, smoking, its glow dimmed. The bond had frayed, but it was not broken. Ryu, who had felt the surge of dark chakra, burst into the room and found Sora crumpled. He lifted the boy without a word.
I feared he'd consumed you. Your will is stronger than I hoped, but this cannot continue.
Ryu helped Sora to a hidden archive. There, among forbidden scrolls, they found it a ritual to sever a soul bond permanently.
The ritual will shatter the sword and purge the soul within. Toshiki's spirit will be destroyed. There is no other way.
Destroy him? He's my great-grandfather. The only family I have left.
I know the cost, but if you don't break the bond, he will consume you and use your body to commit murder. You must choose.
He's been twisted by hate, but he's still family. Can I really end his soul for my freedom?
The scroll's ancient characters glowed faintly. The path was laid before him, but Sora's heart was a battlefield. He had never felt more alone. By dawn, Sora had made his choice. He took up the katana and felt its anger surge, a hot blade in his mind. He would endure it. The sword pulsed, sending waves of pain through his body. Toshiki hammered at the weakening bond, demanding his revenge. Later, Sora found Kaito on the academy rooftop. His friend looked up with a fading hope. Sora's eyes were already saying goodbye.
Kaito, I might not see you again. Take care of yourself.
What are you talking about? Sora, you've been pushing me away for weeks. Just tell me what's happening.
Sora didn't answer. He turned his back and walked away. Each step a stone added to the weight in his chest.
Sora!
At dusk, Sora knelt before his grandmother's grave. The katana lay across his lap, trembling with its prisoner's rage.
Grandma, I am sorry. I have to do this. You were right. He couldn't rest. I'll set you both free.
He rose, the sword in his grip. The pain was a blizzard inside him, but his eyes held only steel. He was ready. Sora and Ryu descended into a sealed chamber beneath the Hokage tower. The air was thick with ancient chakra. They began to inscribe the ritual circle. The katana shivered on the stone floor, sensing its end.
Sora, stop, please. I only wanted justice. Remember when we laughed together in the dojo? I was your teacher, your blood.
A vision flickered around them. Toshiki correcting Sora's stance. The old ghost's laughter. A bond that felt real.
I gave you everything. Don't throw me into oblivion. I can still teach you. I can still love you.
He's manipulating me again, but the memory of his laugh, it hurts to ignore it.
But if you won't help me, then I'll kill him now. The Hokage dies first, and you'll watch.
Toshiki's ghost lunged. Spectral claws aimed at Ryu's throat. The circle flickered, on the edge of collapse.
Stop. I won't let you.
But Sora's hand still shook. The ritual circle pulsed, waiting. His heart was a fraying rope over a chasm. Before Toshiki's claws could reach Ryu, Sora threw himself into the strike. A spectral spear pierced his chest, and he screamed. Blood sprayed onto the ritual circle. The ancient ink drank it, flaring to life. Sora collapsed, but the circle seized him, and the ghost, dragging their spirits into a blaze of light. In the chamber, Ryu could only watch as Sora's body fell still, the katana glowing like a captive star. Inside the dream realm, the dojo was crumbling. Toshiki stood opposite Sora, spectral fury warping the air.
This ends now, Toshiki. No more running from the truth.
You think you can destroy me? I've waited 80 years. I will not be erased.
Sora raised his spirit blade, blood still dripping from his chest. The dojo shook with the weight of their conflict. Outside, Ryu felt the chamber tremble. The ritual circle burned bright, a violent cocoon around the boy's body. The dojo around them splintered into a storm of glass and rage. The final clash was now. Toshiki unleashed a storm of spectral strikes. Sora parried, but each clash splintered his spirit.
You can't match 80 years of hatred. Boy, your body will be mine, and then I'll paint the Hokage's tower red.
A final blow sent Sora's spirit blade spinning into the void. He crashed to his knees, the dream dojo shaking with Toshiki's victory scream.
A memory flashed. Toshiki correcting my stance so gently. His rare laugh. He was a grandfather once. I understand now. You weren't born like this. You were hurt. You were alone. Thank you for the training. I won't hate you. I forgive you, great-grandfather.
Sora opened his arms, a living target. The raging ghost froze mid-lunge, his spectral claws trembling inches from the boy's heart.
Why, after everything I did, you are supposed to fight back. You are supposed to hate me.
The storm of glass halted mid-air. Toshiki's form flickered, the murderous red draining from his eyes. For the first time in 80 years, Toshiki's rage was matched not by a blade, but by mercy. He did not know what to do. Toshiki's arms fell. He sank to his knees, a sound like a breaking dam rushing from his throat.
I am sorry, Sora. I forgot what it was to be loved. I only remembered the hatred. Please forgive me.
It's okay. You can rest now. The sword won't hold you anymore.
Sora raised his hands, forming the purification seals. Not destruction, release. A soft light bloomed from the circle, enveloping Toshiki. The red in his eyes bled away into pure white.
Thank you. Thank you, Sora. Tell your grandmother I am sorry I frightened her.
Toshiki's face softened into a true smile. His form rose, unraveling into ribbons of light. The dream dojo filled with dawn. The storm of glass became a gentle snowfall, drifting upward.
Goodbye, great-grandfather. Be at peace. Thank you for the training, even the painful parts.
Toshiki's soul, a final flicker of loving eyes, dissolved into the light. The bond was gone. Inside the chamber, the katana began to crack. Fissures of light bled from the steel. Then the blade exploded into 1,000 glittering shards. Sora's body arched off the ground, a final scream torn from him. Then he collapsed like a cut string. The ritual circle guttered and died. In the sudden silence, Ryu scrambled forward, grabbing the boy's shoulders.
Sora, stay with me.
Sora lay still. The broken sword fragments glinted like fallen stars around him, but his heart still beat. Then a flutter. Sora's bruised fingers curled, his dark amber eyes, no longer reflecting an unnatural glow, opened.
It's over, the bond. I am free.
He tried to lift his head, his gaze falling on the shattered steel. No malice pulsed there anymore, only silence.
You did it. The ghost is gone. The curse is broken. Can you breathe?
I am still here. Thank you for helping me set him free.
Ryu helped Sora limp out of the chamber into the cool night air. The shattered sword lay behind them, finally silent.
You did something no one else could, Sora. You freed a tortured soul without destroying it.
He wasn't evil. He was just a broken old man who lost his way. I couldn't hate him in the end.
I'll make sure the village remembers the third Hokage's true legacy. The secrets end with us.
Lord Hokage, I need to be alone for a while. I have to see the sunrise.
Of course. Take all the time you need. I'll be at the tower when you are ready.
Sora walked alone to a hilltop overlooking the village. The first light of dawn was brushing the clouds. He stood motionless, watching the sunrise. The tears he had held back finally slipped down his cheeks.
The tightness in my chest, it's gone. He's finally at peace.
As the sun rose, so did Sora. No longer a weapon, but simply a boy, ready to live. Days later, Sora returned to his grandmother's grave holding a small wooden box. Inside were the shattered remains of the katana. He dug a small hole beside the headstone and placed the box inside, his hands steady.
Rest together now, both of you.
Quiet footsteps approached. Kaito stood a few paces away, his expression no longer angry, just relieved.
I heard you were done. Whatever it was, you look lighter.
Sora stood and turned. Before he could speak, Kaito closed the gap and pulled him into a tight hug.
Don't ever push me away like that again.
I won't. I am back, Kaito. For real this time.
They stayed like that for a moment, the silence filled with everything that didn't need saying. The grave held two names now, but only one weight. Sora's smile, when it came, was real. Morning light poured through the academy gate as Sora walked toward it, his uniform crisp, his back straight. Students called greetings, and he returned them with a nod. No longer hiding behind exhaustion, a sudden breeze swept through the courtyard, rustling his hair. He stopped, inhaling the clean air. For a fleeting second, a warm pressure settled on his shoulder, like a hand, gentle and familiar. Sora turned his head, but the courtyard behind him held only sunlight and falling cherry petals.
Goodbye, old man. Thank you.
He faced forward, and the weight on his shoulder lifted not with loss, but with release. Sora smiled, a real, unburdened smile, and stepped into the sunshine. Behind him, unseen, a faint shimmer of an old man in Hokage robes gave a final nod before dissolving into the morning. The gate closed softly, and Sora walked on, carrying only himself, finally free.